This song sucks.
It's Pop Goes the Weasel.
Yeah. That doesn't mean I can't say that, you know?
True.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Hello, everyone.
Howdy.
Get off TikTok.
I'm not on TikTok. I'm on Elon Musk's X.
Elon
Musk's X. Musk X, if you will.
Are you creating a lot of X's?
Leaving a trail of X's.
What do we call a retweet now? Is it a re-X?
I guess so. Or you could just call it a double X.
Ooh, well, I want to know what they're calling it, right?
Well, actually, whenever you do it, it just says repost.
Lame.
It's just a repost.
Lame.
It's not retweeting anymore. You're just reposting. That's all.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Yeah,
that's dumb. I feel robbed. I feel
insulted, even.
Yeah.
Tarnished. Are you tarnished, Josh?
No.
Are you Dark Souls 3 tarnished?
Look at this cute little lad.
Oh, he's a sweet friend.
What is this guy?
Is he a tanuki?
I have no idea what this is.
He looks like a tanuki because he doesn't quite look like a raccoon.
No. Yeah, because a raccoon, it's the full mask, right? It's not.
Usually, and yes,
Oh.
see the legs and how it's standing.
Yeah, that looks like.
They have like the 5-fingered feet.
Yeah, it's a raccoon. Yeah, the
Raccoon
translation is raccoon. That's
yeah, raccoon dog is tanuki. Yeah.
That's
see,
a tanuki.
See, I know things on site. On sight, on God, I can do that. I can look at it and be like, it's that.
Yeah.
Like that? That was an Agumon. See, I know animals. I know my animals.
Oh. Hello, everyone. And welcome
Howdy.
back to the smoke room.
Pretty good.
Got a little sippy from my cup.
A little sippy from me. I should have gotten more drink during our break, but that's fine. I'll be alright. I'll be pretty good to go, I think.
I don't believe that.
try.
Cliff starts stammering, eyes darting left to right. Go ahead. At least I'm not the center of attention anymore. You're putting me on the spot. He's stiff as a board. I'm not asking you to recite the Declaration of Independence. Just a simple good morning will do.
So, what was George Washington in this universe?
Oh.
What kind of animal was George Washington, you think?
Ah, poodle.
Hey, man, poodles are fucking beasts. They can be pretty rough.
I mean, they have so much cushion.
What about John Hancock? What do you think he was? He was a bird. What am I talking about? John Hancock is definitely a bird.
Yeah.
Thomas Edison. Ooh, what's Benjamin Franklin?
A turkey.
Yo, actually, though.
Yeah. All right.
Good.
You all can read that.
Good morning.
He mumbles it under his breath. I didn't quite catch that. Cliff knits his brow.
I love the screaming one, actually. It's pretty good.
Good. I'm not sure I've ever heard some of the sounds that just left his muzzle. Good shoot. He stands there for a moment, smacking his lips as he tries to repeat it. I have officially given up on learning Batavian.
A hard-won battle.
Yeah, literally me. Whenever I try to
Oh, try to pronounce something in Tagalog, gives right up.
Pronouncing literally anything in any language. I've officially given up on that.
Nope.
Cliff suppresses a laugh. Quite a shame. You were on the right track. I'm a salesman, not some cunning linguist.
Ha 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 ha. Isn't he funny?
Isn't he? You seem cunning enough to me.
He doesn't even perform cunnilingus. He's gay.
But we were talking about Sam. Shit.
Nah.
That we were. Language lessons will have to wait. There's one thing in particular I'm curious about. Such as... How'd you end up working in the brothel of all places? You're not exactly... you know... Did the cat just fall?
No, every time she like climbs up and down the cat tower, it's like it bumps against the window and the wall.
Okay.
It goes from the window to the wall, in fact.
Yeah.
Oh man. The joke falleth upon deaf ears. Because you aren't familiar with
I'm not going
The
to
hip-
acknowledge. No, we're just... Yeah, no, we're just not. We're not. Cliff. Murdoch leans in, a voice lowering to a whisper. Jebediah is right here. Right there. Cliff's eyes shoot wide open. Doesn't seem like Jeb noticed, though. Well, I'm sure Jeb has no problem with that sort of thing.
What sort of thing?
Sucking cock? Oh, don't concern yourself with our prattle. I was only curious. It's a little surprising, is all. Heard that before. Just looking at me, you wouldn't expect me to be the whore type. A short summary will do. Not much to say, really. I came here for the gold, same as anybody else. Wasn't too good at the mine work, though, so that dream ended right quick. Cliff nods eagerly. Wait. Urgently?
Mm-hmm.
Urgently. Yes.
Urgently.
Urgently.
With haste, with speed, with importance.
Yes. Little ears twitching. And then what happened? I catch Jebediah turning to us, map in hand. He's probably wondering why we've slowed down to a crawl. All eyes are on me. Dora found me while I was doing some odd jobs. Said she could help if I was willing to put in some work. I grind my teeth. My cheeks burning.
Binin.
Just this day, and then it'll be over. I was expecting something a little more exciting. You don't know the half of it. I should have guessed you worked in the mines in the past. Your build says it all. I sheepishly shrug my shoulders. Just for a few weeks. And I'm not sure I'd ever go back, even if I got offered all the gold in the world. Still, this fellow's already picturing you in a miner's uniform, Sam.
Oh.
I most certainly am not. He definitely is. Jeb leans forward in his wagon, looking over at us.
You know, it's a pretty good look when when it gets really hot and you're working in the mine. And
Yeah.
pull the suspenders down and you take the shirt off and you just got the nice pants on with the suspenders hanging down.
Yep.
I like that look. It's a good look.
It's good.
It's a good look.
I hate to break up this conversation, but we're gonna have to get a move on.
I think that's one of the first full sentences I've heard him say on this whole expedition.
Want to be somewhere shady by noon, and we ain't gonna get anywhere at this rate. You don't want to end up dying of heat stroke before we've reached our first rest stop. And remember, your flask ain't for leisurely sipping. Ration your water. We ain't gonna find drinking water for quite a while.
No, Murdoch, about to drink, quickly stows away his flask again.
No sippy sippy.
Nope. And so we keep walking. The sun's up now, and I can finally see my paws in front of me. It ain't so cold anymore, either. Every now and then, Murdoch asks Cliff how to say a certain word in Batavian. Cliff's answers are starting to sound stranger every time. Nature photography?
Nature photography. Nature photography.
Yeah, sure. You just keep surprising me.
What is it? Birth control pills.
No.
Anti-baby pillin.
Are you making fun of me, Mr. Burns? I assure you, I have nothing but respect for you and your language. What about you, Jebediah? Another grunt from the horse. I think Murdoch likes getting a raise out of him. Then again, I think he likes getting a raise out of everyone.
Respectable.
I think he's very impressed as well. Okay, so what about this one? There. It's like waiting in anticipation, you know?
What?
Something makes the cart rattle. The donkeys bray, as they pick up speed, dragging the cart far away from us. Murdoch barks in surprise as we both pick up our pace. Cliff sprinting ahead. A nasty scraping sound goes off as the cart comes to a halt, the donkeys now kicking up dust. As we catch up, I can see Jeb holding the reins of his donkeys. Their eyes are turned up, and they're showing their gums as they gibber and stomp.
I've never heard of gibber. I've never
Gibber.
heard that word before.
Gibber.
Don't come no closer.
He made a shushing noise, whistling the wind between his teeth.
They're scared.
He waits until they stop kicking up dirt, then lets go of their reins, patting each on the head. Scared of what?
Dunno. They usually ain't like this. Acting like a predator's nearby.
A predator?
Likely out but the wind. Could have picked up the scent of a carcass baking under the sun. These beasties need a moment. We have to stay put for a while.
Got an idea for how long?
Shouldn't be more than an hour at worst.
I see Mrjosh hop into the wagon, his white tipped tail poking out as he rummages through some things. When he remerges, he pulls out a fairly thick wooden box and has a folder under his arm. Not a problem. Let's go make our colotypes, Cliff. He hops out of the wagon and leads Cliff away through some pine trees.
What's that word?
Colotype?
Colotype.
Colotype. Hope they don't get too reckless and lose track of the time. I lean against the wagon and sigh. Jeb is walking to the front of the cart. I lift one of the canvas flaps to take a peek at him, pulling on a lever while shoving forward. So, what's the problem?
Interesting.
I had to slow the jennies down with the brakes while they were at full gallop.
And? Jeb gives me a look.
You're not supposed to do that. Brake drums could be stripped.
What's a brake drum?
They're these shitty brakes on we use.
I hate brake drums.
Yeah.
They're so hard to replace.
Metal pieces that press against the wheel axle. It's what happens when you pull the brake lever. Stops it from moving as easy. How come you don't know that?
Know what?
How things work.
My face feels a little hot. I didn't have much opportunity to learn.
That's surprising.
I like Jeb.
Isn't he?
I like him. He's pretty great.
Oh my god.
He looks...
the driest soul here.
He is. And, like, the subtle shift in his, like, facial expressions, like with his eyebrows.
Yeah.
He emotes so much with his eyebrows. It's kind of wonderful.
I like him a lot.
I like him.
I'm like, why do we have to be poly with Cliff and Murdoch?
Jeb's
When
right there.
Jeb's right
Jeb's
here.
right there. We splinter off into the Jeb route.
It's so unfair.
Debs, when's our Jeb route? Come on. I like this guy.
Where's my Jeb route?
Let us
Where's
get with
my
the-
Chang route?
Yeah.
These are the
Where's
two.
my Jeb route? Where's my Chang route? Where's my Hendrix route?
Ugh,
Like,
come on.
Come on, guys.
I'm sitting here looking at anyone that isn't Nick in the main four, and I'm like, yeah, bro. This horse is good.
He's really good. I like him a lot.
Yeah, he's great. What is?
I just had you pegged for a handyman with a build like that. Maybe you're more of a soldier.
Nope, just a whore. He's noisier than I thought too. And you sure seem to think a lot for a farmer.
A dumb farmer is a dead farmer. More of a rancher, though.
Oh, he's got his hands out.
He's got a little smile.
A little smirk.
A little smile.
I get that he's supposed to be a horse and that horses have thick necks.
Yeah.
It's a little funny thinking about his proportions.
Just
make his shoulders and arms
you
bigger.
think the neck should have ended like around here?
That or make his shoulders and arms bigger.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I would never say no to that.
Right. Artemis, get off my desk. You know what you're doing. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
I was really hoping she would just
continue
immediately
walking.
sit on your keyboard.
Nah.
Just prance over, sit, and then stare at you.
No. She's not vindictive like that.
Not the best growing soil in these parts. Unless you eat pine cones.
Can't say I have.
Could tell. You ain't a string bean like that weasel, so you must eat well. Speaking of which, mind getting behind the cart? I want to test the brakes.
I pull my head out from under the canvas and walk to the back of the cart, repositioning my stance and bending my knees. My paws rest on the tailgate plank.
A little bit lower. Try to push near the framework.
This fine?
That'll do it.
He pulls the wooden lever at the front of the wagon again.
Push as hard as you can.
I pull the weight of my core behind my forearms as I try to make the wagon budge.
But did you?
I grunt, and the wood creaks from the force I apply, but it doesn't give.
Looks like we're good to go.
The others aren't back yet. Jeb swears softly under his breath. So? How exactly did you run across those, getting those donkeys?
You mean Doris and Daisy?
You named them?
Nah. They belong to somebody else. They named them.
Bit sentimental for a rancher to name. They're pack animals, ain't it?
Well, he was sentimental.
Oh. That's too bad.
Yeah, well, I liked that he was sentimental.
What do you mean, was?
He's dead now.
Lit. Well, shit. I'm sorry. Sorry for what? Don't worry, that's for chat.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, so am I.
Jeb crouches to double check the wheels again. You know, my folks didn't want me to name any of our livestock. Said it would make me too attached to the livelihood. Even so, Doris and Daisy, though, doesn't seem very fitting for jennies like them or fellows like you.
If you get your own pack animals, you can call them what you please.
Damn.
But just in case you're still confused about them being my jennies.
He points at one on the left.
That's Doris.
He points at the other one.
That's Daisy.
Just
He was angry for a second there.
He's a little
He's a little annoyed. Look at this annoyed man.
Nah, I cackle. Sorry, Doris. Sorry, Daisy. Push Ash to the ground.
Get him.
Yeah.
They can't understand you. They don't have the brains or the speech capabilities we do.
I can't disagree. I just did not meant to offend. Like when I say that they smell bad.
It's not them you're offending.
Noted. And ignored. I take a little walk and let Jeb mind his own business with the wagon checks.
Filed under complaints. Opens trash can lid. Closes trash can lid.
Right? It takes about 10 minutes for Cliff and Murdoch to show up again.
I bet they're swinging. I bet they're holding hands, swinging them in between each other,
And skipping along.
going.
The other hand raised.
Yeah.
Whee!
They're having a nice little frolic.
They're having a gay old time.
A little gay old time. Yabba dabba doo.
How'd it go, you two? It was blistering.
Man, when was the last time you watched the Flintstones? Like any of it?
I reread volume 1 of the Flintstones comic.
Who made that one?
DC.
Okay. I didn't know if it was DC or IDW or whatever.
Yeah. It was the Hanna-Barbera Beyond project.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
You told me about that
Yeah.
before.
The Flintstones one's fun. It's only
Yeah.
like 2 volumes.
Okay.
It's pretty fun.
But that's the most Flintstones media you've consumed in the last recent memory.
Pretty much.
Mm.
I like it. There's a scene where Fred's like boss. He invited everyone to a party, and like the party went poorly, and he just leaves, and you just get a panel of him sitting on his couch by himself, just like, and then the next panel, it's the same drawing essentially, but though there's a turtle walking into the frame
Yeah.
with a bowl of ice cream on its back,
Right.
and he's like, "You're the only one that understands me, Paul."
It's a living.
Poor little guy. But we got some decent captures of the countryside, I think.
We're ready to move. Hop on the wagon and
Oh.
we'll get going. If any of you get dizzy.
Oh. We push on without much trouble. The fox and the weasel are the most talkative. Me and Jeb stay relatively quiet. The noise of the train is a quiet hoot in the distance. And we've been going for hours now. Echo's a tiny dot behind us, but the load on my shoulders hasn't gotten any lighter. We've gotten to a sloping path lined by boulders and sagebrush. It's more rocky than sandy, and it's absolutely hell on my paws. I thought it couldn't get any warmer, but it has. My bag is starting to stick to my back. A shirt as drenched as my fur is. Then take off your shirt.
Yeah. Fuck it. It's the summertime. It's the desert.
Yeah.
Basically prime no shirt wearing time.
Right. It's getting cumbersome. I'd complain, but my mouth is so dry that it's like I taste fire with every breath. I need a whiskey. Doesn't that make it drier?
You need a water, idiot.
Or a tall glass of sweet tea.
Also, you need a water, because both of those things will dehydrate you more. You fucking fool.
What's with this? Where beverages don't actually hydrate you?
It's pretty crazy, right?
It's wet,
It's
right?
it's a stupid thought. But like, yeah, they'll just make you more not.
Looking around, I ain't the only one. Both Cliff and Mrjosh have their tongues lolling out of their muzzles. It's more than a bit strange to see Cliff this sweaty and messy. Even after sleeping with him, he still looked all prim and proper. The only one keeping a stern face is Jebediah, though who's lowered his cap just over his eyes. So how long is this gonna take?
We're about halfway to the sightseeing point right now.
It's that far?
And we ain't even gotten to the steep part yet.
The steep part? There's a steep part?
Never been to the sightseeing point before? It's a pretty popular hiking spot.
Yeah, that's probably where TJ went.
Probably, yeah.
Some of the best damn views in the state, if you ask me.
But it's such a long walk. I've heard people say it's haunted.
Oh boy.
Baseless rumors, of course, but intriguing nevertheless.
Nice foreshadowing.
Would you happen to know anything about it, Jebediah?
There are a few stories, yep. Like how sometimes when you shout into the canyon at a specific time, you'll hear a voice, sometimes more than one. There's also tales of folks who peeked over the canyon's edge and saw corpses down below. When they went down to look, there was no one there.
It sounds awful. I've heard that one too. Usually from miners too drunk to even walk out the door without tripping over themselves. I do that sober.
Yeah, right.
So I'm not entirely convinced. People have actually died here? I've heard William mention it once or twice. People go out for a hike and never come back. Sometimes it's dehydration. Sometimes it's... He winces.
A murder most foul.
Sometimes it's something worse. What, suicide? Maybe. Accidents are common, especially when alcohol is involved. It doesn't take much to slip and fall when you're at the top. Well, don't just fill me with confidence. Especially for drunks showing off. So, why are we going there again? I wipe the sweat off my brow and undo one of the buttons on my shirt. Cliff doesn't miss it, somehow managing to get his tongue back into his mouth before talking again. It's the fastest way to our destination. Don't worry, there's no such thing as ghosts. You sure seem interested in hearing these stories, though. They're fun.
Silly.
Yeah. My friend, legends and myths play a large role in cultures all over the world. Whether about the creation of the earth, or about the voices we hear when you're alone at night, these stories shape our very lives and how we perceive things. I'm not exactly a pious man, Samuel, but there is something special about the unexplainable, or believing we're a part of some greater whole. Do you believe in God? I don't know, to be honest. My mother and father were devout Catholics, as my sister. I went to many sermons in my youth. But as I got older, stuck out on my own, I realized that who I am as a person. He takes a deep, shuddering breath, shaking his head. Who I am as a person didn't exactly align with what was expected of me. I'm starting to understand what he meant by kinship last night. But you didn't join me on this expedition to just hear me prattle on about myself. I'm sorry. Indeed, we're in this for the long haul after all.
Man. So I'm sitting here covering both my eyes.
Yeah.
Like one after the other.
Yeah.
This eye, things are actually kind of blurry. Like a little bit.
Yeah.
Like reading things on the screen.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I can still kind of make them out, but like...
Yeah.
I can make out these letters because they're bigger, but if I'm like looking at the letters where the temperature is, it's kind of hard to read that it says mostly clear. So...
Yeah. Is this what you think about when you get sleepy?
Yeah. Well, because my vision starts getting a little shittier when I'm just sleepy and tired anyway.
Yeah.
So I was rubbing my eyes and I was like, let me take a look at how the old eyeball is doing. So I do the comparison. Right eye, perfect, crisp, clean, beautiful.
Yeah.
Mwah. But my left eye, she's starting to look a little fuzzy there.
I mean, that's like everyone.
I suppose.
Everyone has one eye that's slightly worse than the other. Pretty much. Whether or not it's enough to be noticeable is a different story. But yeah, they're not the same. They are different eyes, as it were.
Yeah, it's not noticeable if I'm like looking with both eyes. But I feel like it might progress to worse heights, if you will.
We're going to be relying on one another a lot. That we are. I couldn't ask for better companions.
For better companions.
Thank you. All of you. That includes you, Jebediah. The horse tips his hat at us. Milady.
Fuck. God damn it, Josh, you beat me to it. Bastard.
I grit my teeth. I'm gonna hate leaving them tonight. But I need to. Actually... The fox stops in his tracks, grabbing his camera. He gestures at us. Would you mind? Oh, a picture? Won't that be a waste of film? You underestimate me, Mr. Tibbets. I brought enough film to last me a year. Oh, alright then. Don't you worry, Cliff. I'll capture your good side.
Bend over.
Do we have time for this?
We're actually making good headway. It should be fine.
God damn it, Jeb. He stops the wagon, leaning back with a long sigh. A good lighting is the most important thing for an outdoor photograph. That boulder should do. Won't it be blistering? It's mottled with enough shade. There should be fine. Oh, so it is. I told you.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you stand next to him, Sam?
This is cute.
Absolutely not. Suit yourself, sourpuss. Look slightly down and tilt your head to the left. I'll count down from 3. Remember to sit still and give me your best smile. Oh, 3, 2, 1. Got it. Now let's see one without your shirt.
Hell yeah.
Why? Because he's a sex pervert. In that case, the shirt comes off.
Oh my god, Cliff.
I thought you'd be more understanding, Sam. I just think it ain't the smartest move to leave evidence lying around for people who might want to lynch me. No telling what folks would do with the stuff in the wrong hands.
Is that foreshadowing?
With a body like Cliff's, I find it easy enough. Very easy to imagine what somebody would do with this image in their hands. Besides, he's only shirtless. For now. For now.
Hey, Murdoch, like, knows what he wants, and he'd be going for it, though.
It's do be true.
You know? That's like, as much as you feel the way you do about him, you gotta...
Oh, I don't think he's a badly written character.
You gotta admire the
anything.
confidence.
I just love the idea of me holding a gun, aiming at him.
Nothing fills me with greater joy than me, with a gun, pointed at Murdoch.
Yeah. You know. Affectionately.
Affectionately.
Bracket affectionately.
Yep. Reasonable.
What? It's a joke, Murdoch.
It's a joke. Don't you see? It's just so silly and funny. Ah ha ha ha.
It's fine. It's fine. Oh. Eto? Okay. I think we'll end it here.
Okay.
That's fine. That's a scene.
Okie
You know.
dokie.
We got to see nobody.
Nobody.
There should have been a CG with Jeb shirtless.
Well, he didn't tell Jeb to take
With
his
the hat
shirt
on.
off. Shirtless with the hat
Hat stays
on. Hat stays on.
Hat stays on.
Very important.
Yeah. We'll see you around, everyone.